Can you help me? Yes, I can. Or I could have. There are so many uses of the word could. Here are my top 5. So my first use of could is as the past of can. So if, for example, if you say, I can ride a bike, you can make that past using could. But be careful, you can't always just substitute can for could directly. You have to do something else. You have to put it into reported speech. So someone said that I could ride a bike. So it can be used as the past of can, but not always as a direct replacement. Except in number 2. If you are using could for general past ability, then you can substitute can from the present into could in the past. However, that's only for general past ability. So, for example, if I wanted to say about riding a bike in the past, I might say, I could ride a bike in the past. It's general to the whole of the past. But if I focus on specific past ability, for example, something that happened on one particular day, I don't use could. I don't say, I could ride a bike in the Olympics. That would be a specific occasion. Instead, I'd have to say, I was able to ride a bike in the Olympics. Except if it's the negative, in which case you can use both couldn't or wasn't able to. Thirdly, you can use could to say what is possible or probable. So sometimes we call this logical deduction. So if we're thinking about something in the present and we're thinking about the reasons for it, we might say it could be because of this, or it could be for that reason. It couldn't be for that particular reason. In the past, we say could have. They could have been late because of the traffic jam. They couldn't have been late because of the traffic jam. Note there's a difference here between using the positive and the negative. In the positive, we're just imagining possibilities. They could have been late because of the traffic jam, but there are other possibilities too. If we use the negative, though, we are much more certain. Why are they late? Was it a traffic jam? No, it couldn't have been a traffic jam because there are no cars on the road. So with the negative, we seem to have a lot more certainty in our idea. But in the positive, we're leaving a range of options open. Fourthly, we can use could for polite requests. It's more polite to use could than can. So rather than say, can you help me? It's more polite to say, could you help me? This bag's too heavy for me. I can't pick it up. Why is it more polite? Well, I've done another video on this that you can watch on the difference between can and could for polite requests, but it's generally because the past creates more distance in terms of time, and then the idea in your mind is there's more distance between you and the person giving the request, and that makes it less threatening and therefore more polite. But watch the other video, I explain it in more detail. Finally, you can also use could for less polite requests. Could you sit down, please? You're causing trouble. What's the difference between this and a polite request? Well, it's just changing the voice tone. There's no other difference at all grammatically. It's just that I speak with a harder tone to get my point across. So yes, could is great for polite requests, but a little change in your voice and you can make it seem a bit more serious, a bit more immediate to the person who's listening. Subscribe to this channel for more English grammar videos, or for a longer course, go to the link in the description below for our English Grammar from Advanced to Native course on Udemy.